The light of the lab was dim. Everything was in its place, but in Harris's eyes, the same world now looked different. For a moment, he couldn't believe that he had returned. The machine had shut down. The bell of time had gone silent, and only the sound of his breaths echoed in the room. In his hand was the same diary that he had written in the future. It contained the details of black oxygen, experiments, and the stages of its spread. But with it was something else too. A heavy burden. A burden of changing history. A burden of saving humanity. This knowledge is now with me, Harris said, slowly. But can I go against time? First step, warning. The very first thing he did was to contact the government. But the problem was that the information he had was so astonishing that no one was ready to believe it. He sent a secret email, sent a picture and analysis of black oxygen to a science journal, but he was thought to be insane. "Did you see all this in a dream?" a senior scientist mocked him. "No, I was there," Harris said in a soft but firm tone, but no one was willing to believe. Second step, self-experiment. When the world rejected him, he began conducting experiments himself. In the lab, he tried on a small scale to create black oxygen, so that he could show everyone how this gas could come into existence. And when he succeeded, one day a puff of black smoke came out from his lab, so lethal that nearby animals fell unconscious. Harris immediately ran and sealed the gas in a container. "This is it. This is the poison I had seen," he said to himself. Secret governments and hidden eyes. Soon some agencies became interested in Harris's activities. His lab was being watched. One night, he felt as if someone was hiding outside his lab and watching everything. The next day, someone broke into the lab and stole his files. The samples of black oxygen were missing. "I'm not the only one who knows this secret," Harris thought, startled. Now the matter was no longer about truth or falsehood. Now it was a war to protect knowledge, to save humanity. Race against time, Harris had estimated when the real threat of black oxygen would arise. He had roughly only 2 years. In 2 years, he could either save the world or lose everything. He made another plan. He wanted to present this research at a global conference. But first, he had to gather evidence, and also escape the secret forces that wanted to silence him. Friendship and betrayal. During this time, he remembered an old friend, Dr. Sadiq. He was an expert environmental scientist and somewhat connected with government people. Harris met him, told him everything. "What you are saying, if this is true, then we are in danger," Sadiq said seriously. "So will you help me?" Harris asked with hope. Sadiq nodded in affirmation, but he didn't realize that sometimes the biggest betrayal comes from the one most trusted. Final moment one night, when Harris returned to his lab, he saw the door was broken. Machine parts were scattered. The diary, which held every secret, was gone, and on the table was a paper. "Now this knowledge is not only with you. We have entered the game too. BOS. Harris's hands began to tremble. "Boss? Black Oxygen Syndicate? Is this a secret organization that wants to use black oxygen as a weapon?" Now he was not alone.